Dubai did not rise the way most people think it did. It wasn't oil, it wasn't luxury, it wasn't ambition alone. Dubai rose because it understood something most nations still refuse to accept, that in the modern world, money is afraid, and frightened money doesn't look for ideology, democracy, or culture. It looks for safety, speed, and silence. Dubai didn't become rich by producing value the traditional way. It became rich by positioning itself where global capital runs when the world feels unstable. To understand how Dubai grew so fast, you have to strip away the skyline, the influencers, the supercars, and the myths, and look at the system underneath. Because Dubai is not just a city, it's a financial refuge engineered for an age of permanent crisis. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Dubai's story doesn't begin with skyscrapers. It begins with geography. For thousands of years, trade followed one brutal rule: control the choke points, and you control the flow of wealth. Dubai sits between East and West, at one of the most valuable crossroads on Earth. Europe to Asia, Africa to Asia, energy routes, shipping lanes, air corridors. Long before modern finance, this region survived on trade, ports, and movement. But geography alone doesn't create explosive growth. What Dubai did next is what changed everything. While most nations were obsessed with ideology, politics, and long-term national identity, Dubai focused on something far more practical: becoming useful to global capital. In the 1960s and 70s, Dubai's leadership made a decision that would define the city's future. They understood oil was temporary. They understood population size was limited. And they understood they could never compete with industrial giants on manufacturing or military power. So instead of building an empire, they built a platform, a place where money could move faster, safer, and with fewer questions asked. Dubai wasn't designed for citizens. It was designed for capital. This distinction matters. Most countries build systems for voters. Dubai built systems for investors. That single choice explains almost everything that followed. Dubai didn't get rich from oil, not in the way people imagine. Oil revenue was used strategically, not as an end goal. Instead of funding endless welfare states or bloated bureaucracies, Dubai used early oil wealth to build infrastructure that reduced friction. Ports, airports, telecom, logistics, free zones. Every investment had the same purpose: make it easier for money to arrive, operate, and leave. And this is where Dubai broke from the rest of the world. While Western nations layered regulation on regulation, Dubai removed it. While others raised taxes to fund expanding states, Dubai eliminated them. While governments demanded compliance, paperwork, and ideological alignment, Dubai offered neutrality. No income tax, no capital gains tax, minimal corporate taxes, fast licensing, legal carve-outs for foreign ownership. This wasn't generosity, it was strategy. Dubai understood that capital doesn't want to be managed, it wants to be left alone. By the 1990s and early 2000s, global wealth was entering a new phase. The Cold War had ended, but instability didn't disappear, it multiplied. Emerging markets were volatile. Currencies collapsed, banks failed, political risk increased, and wealthy individuals started looking for exits. Not exits from countries, exits from systems. Dubai positioned itself perfectly for this moment. It offered something rare in a fractured world: predictability. Dubai doesn't pretend to be democratic. It doesn't promise ideological alignment. It promises consistency. Rules are clear. Enforcement is firm. The system doesn't change every election cycle. For capital, that's priceless. Money hates surprises more than it hates control. Dubai understood this before almost anyone else. And then came the real accelerant: the rise of global financial anxiety. Every major financial crisis pushed more money toward Dubai. the Asian financial crisis, the dot-com crash, the 2008 financial collapse, the European debt crisis, the COVID-era money printing. Each shock created the same pattern. Capital looked for somewhere outside the blast radius, and Dubai was waiting, not as a savior, but as a vault. Banks in Dubai marketed stability. Real estate was positioned as a store of value, not just housing. Residency programs were tied directly to investment. Dubai wasn't asking where money came from. It was asking how long you plan to stay. And this is where many critics misunderstand Dubai. They assume the city is reckless or artificial. In reality, Dubai is extremely disciplined. It doesn't chase innovation for innovation's sake. It doesn't tolerate political unpredictability. It doesn't allow financial activism. Everything is designed around confidence. Because in modern finance, confidence is more valuable than productivity. This is the uncomfortable truth. Dubai didn't grow rich by producing more than others. It grew rich by absorbing wealth produced elsewhere. When entrepreneurs fear regulation, when investors fear taxation, when families fear currency debasement, when elites fear political instability, they don't move to Dubai because it's perfect. They move because it's predictable. And predictability is rare. Look at what Dubai actually exports. It exports access. It exports security. It exports convenience. It sells time saved, risk avoided, and control retained. That's why real estate exploded. Not because Dubai needed homes, but because global capital needed anchors. Property became a financial instrument, not shelter, a way to park wealth outside unstable jurisdictions, a hedge against political risk elsewhere. This is why Dubai can build entire neighborhoods seemingly overnight. They aren't built for organic population growth. They're built to absorb capital flows. Dubai functions less like a city and more like a balance sheet. This also explains why Dubai recovered quickly from crises that would destroy other nations. After the 2008 crash, Dubai stumbled badly. Debt surged. Confidence cracked. But the response was surgical. Projects paused. Debt restructured. Reputation repaired. And then the same strategy resumed. Because Dubai understands something fundamental. In a world addicted to debt and monetary expansion, capital will always look for shelter. Dubai doesn't fight this reality. It monetizes it. And here's the part most people miss. Dubai's success is not proof that the global system is healthy. It's evidence that it's fragile. Dubai thrives because elsewhere, trust is eroding. Every time a government freezes bank accounts, raises surprise taxes, inflates its currency, or changes the rules mid-game, Dubai benefits. Every capital control strengthens Dubai's appeal. Every crisis accelerates its growth. Dubai is not the cause of global instability. It's the mirror. It shows you where confidence is leaving. This is why Dubai's rise feels unnatural, because it isn't tied to traditional economic fundamentals. It's tied to fear flows, and fear moves fast. That's also why Dubai invests heavily in image. Skylines matter. Luxury matters. Spectacle matters. Not because excess is the goal, but because perception stabilizes confidence. Dubai understands psychology as well as finance. If capital believes a place is successful, it becomes successful. This feedback loop is powerful and dangerous. Dubai's model works as long as the world remains unstable. Its greatest strength is also its risk. If global trust ever truly stabilizes, Dubai's growth slows, but the leadership is betting that won't happen. So far, history supports them. Debt is rising everywhere. Currencies are weakening. Geopolitics are fragmenting. Trust in institutions is collapsing. Dubai didn't create this world. It simply adapted to it faster than everyone else. And that's the real lesson here. Dubai is not an accident. It's not a miracle. It's not magic. It's a deliberate response to a global system where money no longer trusts governments, where wealth flows toward control, clarity, and calm. Dubai is the city money builds, when it stops believing promises. And whether you admire it or fear it, one thing is undeniable. Dubai didn't get rich because it was lucky. It got rich because it understood the future before others were willing to admit it had arrived. If this made you see global wealth, cities, and capital differently, subscribe. Because Dubai is not the exception, it's the prototype. And the world is quietly moving in its direction.